AgNCulture, and pretty much it's guerrilla land management. So not leaving a very big footprint. We're very green. As you see, everything that we're using is natural. We've got the birds scratching the earth, turning the leaves that have been down here, things that are decaying down in the bottom. We've got the goats. As you see, they're climbing on and pulling down the foraging the vining stuff right now. And over time, what will happen is between the goats and the chickens, we'll start getting more of the exposed natural elements back, the rock face here. You'll start to see like the grass coming back because the chickens have actually exposed the soil. And like if you look on this hill right here behind you, where the chickens are actively scratching, they're actually turning the earth and fertilizing as they poop. And we're not having to bring in equipment that would potentially tear down the log here that's decomposing, which is good for our environment. We've got the potential here in being able to sustain items like mushrooms seasonally, putting spores like in the logs, using the log decomposition as our base. And then we've got the birds here eating, which we're going to use them, of course, for feed. But we're also restoring the things that might be naturally here, giving them an opportunity to return back in the correct numbers. So we don't have things like with our mosquito population, we don't have mosquitoes because we have ducks and the chickens here that are naturally hunting for the larvae, for these, and these creatures. I think and using this on a large scale is really simple, and it's pretty much just having the shepherd person watching over the flock and moving them. As you move them, having the fencing to move them and to keep them in an area. So what that looks like is they make mobile netting, and we would mobile net this sides to a point on both sides and let them forage here until this area was clear. And so after the first year, we'll have everything down to where it might take, depending on the size of the area, it might take this method 3 to 4 months to clear out. But the following year, that 3 to 4 months turns into 2 to 3 weeks, and then the following year, that 2 to 3 weeks, because you've started to return back to a forest where things have opened up. Sorry, goat fell. Where things have opened back up. I bet he'll learn not to do that again, huh? Things open back up, and so it'll just be a graze through. But it also helps with talking about your leaf decomposition in areas where there's a high forest, high chance for forest fires. The birds coming through and the animals coming through cleaning up helps reduce that chance. So it's a clean way to just get back and establish the natural habitat and bring back our natural environment, especially in the forest. I think as part of the Conservation Act, what better way than to have the animals actually restore it?